Yes, I am.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Good morning. Thank you for coming. My name is C.J. Winnick. I'm the Chief of Police of the Bristol Township Police Department. Follow up on the tragedy that occurred yesterday. We do have 2 fatalities, and our thoughts and prayers go out to those families this time of year. What we're here to report, we have an ongoing investigation. We're working with local, state, and federal authorities, and we are going to confirm that there was originally 20 injured. We have 19 still hospitalized, 1 in critical condition. We're here to thank everybody that helped us, assist us yesterday in this tragedy that occurred. They are currently ongoing, conducting an investigation and going through the building to determine the cause of this incident. I'm here with Chief Kevin DiPolito of the Fire Department, and he'll answer any questions you have.
As far as the investigation into the cause of the explosion, that is still under investigation. We have heavy machinery on site right now that's helping us excavate the area. Until we excavate that area and remove the walls and roofs that collapsed, we won't have any idea what may have occurred in there. We're hoping to make significant progress today, and if we don't know by the end of today, we will continue our investigation over the next several days.
Chief, there were reports that there was a smell of gas that was ongoing before any crews arrived from the gas company. Can you confirm that?
I can't confirm that. We haven't done the fire department hasn't done any of those investigations. That's being handled by law enforcement at the federal level.
But did the fire department receive any calls about
Negative.
the smell?
No, we did not.
No.
So, Kevin, I was told by some sources that PICO was out here on site investigating a potential gas leak, and that the PICO...
I am unable to confirm that. That would come from law enforcement.
Chief, a few questions. One, Sam Barber, NBC News. At this point, how many people are still unaccounted for? Do you know?
Everybody is accounted for. We confirm that. That's the list that we were provided with the agency that was running this facility. We went down that list several times, and everybody is accounted for.
And are you able to share at this time if the 2 victims that died were employees or residents?
One was a resident, one was an employee.
Was the 52-year-old woman the employee?
Sorry, there were years of documented inspections that flagged various concerns, everything apparently from lack of fire extinguishers to fire exit plans. To your knowledge, were any of the previous concerns that were raised potentially relevant in what happened in this tragedy?
I can't comment on that because it's an ongoing investigation.
Can you share the age of the ages of the 2 individuals who were killed?
I do not have those ages with me right now.
Male, female?
What's that?
Do you have male, female?
2 females.
Staff or resident?
1 staff, 1 resident.
Why is the ATF and the NTSB here?
Well, we have to establish jurisdiction. We treat this as a criminal event until it isn't criminal, and we have to determine jurisdiction.
There were reports that initially there were some reports that it was 3 people who died and somebody was saved at the hospital. Can you confirm that?
That is correct. Somebody was resuscitated at a local hospital.
Can you confirm that only a matter of weeks ago there was a call placed about the smell of gas by someone that works at the facility?
I cannot confirm that. We don't have knowledge of that right now.
Is it possible that that happened? Because that's what we heard from the employee.
I cannot confirm that. We have not spoken to that employee.
In the past few months, have you responded to any calls of gas odors coming from?
I don't think we've been here for any calls of any type, fire department related, in at least the last several weeks that I can recall.
The nature of the injuries, can we able to go into that?
I cannot. I'm sorry about that. I cannot. I can just say that we do have 1 in critical, 19 still hospitalized.
Where were the residents who were released? Where were they taken?
So the company that purchased this property recently have 2 other properties, and they were being housed in the homes in their other facilities.
And how many residents were there in the facility?
We believe there's 120 residents in the facility.
What's the name of that company, Chief, that purchased the nursing home?
I do not have that information.
Can you talk a little bit about the efforts to rescue people and the fact that this is an assisted living facility? Mobility may be an issue for people
people and how that presented or may or may not have presented a more complex rescue scenario for the people?
Yes, we try to train for incidents like this, but we were overwhelmed. We had tremendous support from every law enforcement agency in Bucks County. Philadelphia responded with some of their teams. It was a blessing that we're next to a hospital. We had hospital staff come over and help us temporarily home them and house them in the facility. It was a difficult task.
Chief, there was one person who described it as not surprising at all if instead of 2 fatalities and 100+ people rescued, those 2 figures would have been inverted, given just the scale of what you were up against. How miraculous is it? It sounds like you had 120 residents and then all these employees as well that had to be evacuated from the building in a matter of minutes. To you, was that sort of a Herculean task, and can you speak to the heroism involved?
Yeah, I was here when we were still removing, our officers and firefighters were still removing people from the building. I've never seen such heroism. They were running into a building that I could, from 50 feet away, can still smell gas and walls that looked like they were going to fall down. And they were still going in the building to recover people. They couldn't walk. They were in wheelchairs. Some people couldn't talk. This could have been a much more serious catastrophe.
Could have been much worse if you weren't as close to the hospital with the firehouse and stuff like that.
I can only say that our response was very swift, and the actions of everybody involved helped preserve life.
Can you share how long it took them to turn the gas off at the facility? Yeah.
I cannot comment on that at this time.
Where were the people who died? Were they in that collapsed part of the building?
We recovered 1 employee from that section of the building.
And the resident, do you know where they were?
I can't comment on that at this time.
We heard the governor yesterday talk about the heroism. One officer had 2 individuals on their back, bringing them out of the facility. Was that a member of the Bristol Township Police Department?
It was.
Okay. Could we talk to them?
They're not currently working today. We could probably make them available.
How long have they been with the department for?
Over 20 years.
For 20 years. And their title, officer, lieutenant, sergeant?
A sergeant in charge of our narcotics division.
So that collapse, was that in the cafeteria, the kitchen area?
It was. It is the area where the cafeteria and kitchen are located, and underneath of that is some utility areas and offices.
Were you able to say that the fire may have begun in that utility area underneath?
We don't know yet the origin of the explosion.
What does the scene, what's that going to look like over the next 24 hours and coming days?
So the heavy machinery has engaged, starting to remove the collapsed ceiling and walls. We're hoping that within the next couple of hours, we have access into the building to start the investigation. We'll know at that point how much further we have to go.
Does it look like
in recent weeks you have not been there for any sort of
I do not recall the fire department responding.
Historically, in the last several years?
I have no idea. I don't recall.
Does it look like the entire structure is going to be torn down?
I don't think so. I can say that we've certainly been there for like fire alarm activations and assisting EMS on significant medical calls, but I don't recall anything more significant than that off the top of my head.
What does the damage look like inside the building?
On the wing closest to where the explosion was, there's windows blown out, ceiling tiles are dropped, those types of things.
We saw that some backhoes were brought in, some large machinery, but it looked like they stopped at some point. Was there concerns about integrity of the building? What happened there?
No, it's just a methodical process. Move some things, get eyes on it, get photographs, move some more, get eyes on it and photographs. It's a process.
Chief Winnick, you talked about the incredible response. The fact that this rescue squad station is right here, literally across the street. How much did that hasten the emergency response?
It was incredible. They were there immediately assisting our officers. We didn't know how bad it was. Our officers arrived and they said send everybody. We knew by the tone of the voice in the officers that this was a pretty serious incident.
Can you remember the last time, or was there a time where you had this large of a response in Bristol?
Never. I've been here almost 20 years. Talked to several other officers and command staff that have been doing this longer than me, and they've never seen anything like in this area.
And
Were
double
any
checking,
first
can you
respond-
confirm any of the names of the victims?
We cannot at the time.
Were any first responders injured?
No.
The person who is in critical condition right now, is that the same individual that was resuscitated?
No.
I spoke with some people who live in the community around. They said that they started jumping in the immediate aftermath to help out some of your officers, moving some people away. Can you confirm that? And if so, like, what does that say about the community here?
Well, Bristol Township is one of those types of communities where we all come together. Everybody recognizes we had a problem, and there's a lot of people at risk. People know what type of facility this is, and there's a lot of people in need. I can't confirm that they were definitely residents because we had employees from the building as well helping, and we had nurses coming from the hospital. We had people from all over assisting. So it was a tremendous effort from everybody in Bucks County.